Well, Connecticut, jury selection underway in a murder case that's been dubbed the FitBit murder trial.
That's because prosecutors plan to use data from the device to prove their suspect killed his wife.
Hello everyone, this is Matt with Mysterious 7, and this is the story of a cold case that was solved by a FitBit tracker. It was December 23rd, 2015. There was a silent alarm in the upscale neighborhood of Ellington, Connecticut. When police entered, they didn't know that the case would be a sensational case of brutal murder having wearable evidence. The intruder probably didn't expect that there would be a silent witness all along. This is the story of a cold case that was solved by a FitBit tracker. But how can a smartwatch that tracks your health really solve a 7-year-old murder? Are you confused? Well, to clear your confusion, watch this video till the end. The silent alarm was from Richard DeBate's home. He was the one who alerted the police using the silent alarm. He said to the police he had fought a masked invader who had overpowered him by tying him to a chair with zip ties, stabbing him with a box cutter. According to Richard, the 6'2" intruder chased down his wife Connie to the basement and shot her with a .357 Magnum in the stomach and head. Police sent canine teams to trace the gunman's scent as they launched a frantic hunt. However, the dogs were unable to detect the intruder. Instead, they followed Richard to an ambulance where he was being treated for wounds. After treating Richard, investigators tried to calm him down and asked him to narrate the incident. Richard stated that he had left the house just after 8 a.m. to take his 2 boys to the school bus stop, then returned at about 8:30 to change for work. As he arrived home, he claimed to see Connie pulling her car out of the driveway, claiming that she was on her way to a spin class at the local YMCA. But Connie was actually returning home when the lesson was canceled. Richard found that he had forgotten his laptop during his trip to work, so he drove home. He claimed to have heard a disturbance upstairs just as he returned between 8:45 and 9 a.m., which he believed was the cat. He then said that he was manhandled by an intruder and heard Connie enter as he was being beaten up. After the alleged intruder tied him up, Richard said that he untied himself, punched a panic button attached to the couple's home alarm system, and dialed 911. Investigators pulled up all records of Richard DeBate and Connie DeBate. They found that Richard DeBate had graduated from Manchester High School in 1995 and worked as a computer network administrator in Bloomfield after attending a technical school. He has never been convicted of a crime. Connie DeBate graduated from Ellington High School in 1995 and went on to the University of Connecticut for her bachelor's degree in 1999. She worked for Reckitt Benckiser as a pharmaceutical sales representative. She was also a member of the Ellington Ambulance Corps and a previous vice president. On July 4, 2003, Richard and Connie were married and had 2 kids, ages 9 and 6. The investigators started their investigation with their friends. According to one friend, Connie never mentioned their marital troubles. Richard's credit was terrible, but the money problems didn't seem different from many other married couples. According to her, Richard DeBate was always strange and quirky, but incapable of murdering his wife. She described him as a strange figure. Richard, I believe, is Richard. He had a peculiar personality. His obsession with Superman may be described as quirky. In 2015, he dressed up as Superman for the Manchester Road Race and used the phrase, "thinking of you from Superman," to finish text messages to his girlfriend. However, not every acquaintance was unaware of the marriage's issues. Richard DeBate had confided in an unidentified witness that he had been having an affair with a lady who was 10 weeks pregnant, according to one of his friends who notified state police about the upcoming divorce. Richard DeBate expressed anxiety to the witness that Connie might divorce him. The fact that Richard DeBate had a pregnant girlfriend had come to the notice of police early on in the case. Connie and Richard DeBate wanted to have a child, but Connie couldn't. Richard told the investigator they spoke about artificial insemination with the mysterious girl delivering birth. However, he admitted to investigators that he had done some untraditional things to get the woman pregnant. He then stated that Connie was fine with the scenario and that they would co-parent the child. The investigators found that convincing and tried hard to find any witnesses or motive behind the intruder to spotlight him or her. They attempted to pull the records of the mysterious girl who was 10 weeks pregnant. Days went on. The inquiry took months, and it would rely primarily on police examining a wide range of digital traces, including smartphones, computers, and security alarm recordings. Police came across Connie DeBate's activities using her FitBit, a seldom utilized gadget in criminal cases. It turns out to be the silent witness our intruder missed. After collecting the Fitbit data, the investigators and police reported to Richard and asked him to recollect the entire scenario. Richard DeBate had told police that he departed for work at a Bloomfield-based computer firm at 8:30 a.m. on December 23rd, after taking his boys to the bus stop. His wife was still at home, preparing for her YMCA spinning class. Her Fitbit showed that she had departed at about 8:46 for the 9-minute journey to the facility. Richard stated he was traveling for around 5 minutes when his cell phone alerted him that his house alarm had been activated. Before turning around to go home, Richard said he sat on the side of neighboring Reeves Road for approximately 5 minutes, emailing his supervisor and monitoring the status of his alarm system. Richard returned to Birchview Road at 9 a.m. Connie DeBate arrives at the YMCA parking lot at about 8:53 on surveillance cameras. Connie messaged a psychologist on Facebook from her phone, asking for an appointment to be hypnotized, since many people preferred the psychologist. When Richard DeBate came back, he heard a commotion upstairs and had assumed it was one of the family's cats, until he went upstairs and saw a masked man around 6'2" and stocky with a Vin Diesel voice searching through things in the walk-in closet. Richard claims he heard his wife enter the house through the garage door as they began to quarrel. Richard shouted at her to get away. According to Richard, the guy used pressure points on his wrist to hinder him and then raced down the stairs after his wife, who was heading to the basement. Richard pursued him and saw the man about 5 feet from his wife, but a gunshot disoriented him as he neared. He added that the intruder then approached him and applied some type of pressure point thing on his wrist and neck before tying him to the metal chair. He claims the man took DeBate's toolbox and started torching him, putting something around his neck that made swallowing difficult and poking him with a box cutter. DeBate said that he directed the flame to the intruder's face with his right arm, which wasn't strapped to the chair, setting his mask on fire and sending him from the basement. Richard claimed that he had crept up the stairs while still partially bound to the chair, punched the panic button on his alarm, and then catapulted himself up to the stovetop to reach his smartphone and dial 911. State police had used Richard DeBate's description of what transpired that morning to get search warrants for the couple's cell phone data, computer records for Richard DeBate's laptop, Facebook records for both of them and the girlfriend, text messages, and Connie DeBate's Fitbit information. Richard and Connie DeBate's actions in the hour after Richard informed police he was challenged by the intruder and Connie was killed are detailed in the records. Richard wrote an email to his supervisor at 9:04 a.m. informing him that he would be late to work. It came from his laptop, not Reeves Road as he claimed. Richard then went to the Indian Valley YMCA's website at 9:18 a.m. to look at the group's workout routine. The last time he used his computer that morning, he browsed the ESPN website for the Mike and Mike program 2 minutes later. Connie DeBate used her smartphone to call someone at 9:18 after CCTV cameras showed she had left the YMCA. The call lasted 3 minutes and 23 seconds. Connie DeBate's Fitbit, which had been inactive for 9 minutes as she drove home, began actively again at 9:23, the exact moment their garage door opened according to alarm recordings. That is when state police suspected she had returned home. Connie DeBate used her iPhone from 9:40 to 9:46 to upload 2 videos on Facebook and then send a message to a friend. The IP address belongs to the couple's residence. Connie DeBate's Fitbit detects her last movement at 10:05. She had traveled 1,217 feet within the house from when she got home and when it ended. Richard DeBate's keychain fob activates the panic alert for the security system at 10:11. Although DeBate stated he had gotten one earlier that morning while heading to work, the panic alarm went off that morning afterwards. A 911 call from the alarm firm was received at 10:16 by the State Police Barracks in Toland. At 10:20, Richard DeBate dialed 911. Connie was seen as confusing, and her tone sounded a bit unusual the day before she was dead. Even Connie DeBate's pal informed that she thought her friend liked Richard DeBate. Connie DeBate refers to her husband as Sweet Pea and Buttercup in text conversations collected by state police, and Richard often assures her that he loves her. However, records demonstrate that the tone was very different the day before she was killed. "Great day off and Merry effin' Christmas," Connie texted her friend finally. "We have found our intruder, and his name is Richard DeBate. The reason for her murder was undigestible. Thanks to our silent witness, the Fitbit tracker, we finally have our answers." State police detectives said they were suspicious of Richard's version of what happened when his wife was killed. 3 dogs picked up no scent other than Richard's outside the house that morning. There were no access points for an intruder, and the property was impressively orderly given the battle that Richard recounted. Detectives also said they discovered a December 2014 post in Connie DeBate's cell phone's notes section titled, "Why I Want a Divorce," detailing why she wanted to divorce Richard DeBate. They discovered that his unborn child's mother expected him to divorce Connie. According to the warrant, Connie's spouse has taken money from several accounts that don't belong to him. He is an unfit father, is apathetic towards her, doesn't come home on time, and acts like a kid continuously. Without his wife's knowledge, Richard DeBate took out a credit card and used it to buy flowers for his girlfriend, spent over $1,200 at a Toland strip club, and nights at a nearby Motel 6. Richard eventually admitted to authorities that the pregnant lady was a high school buddy, and that a lot of cheating going on both sides in the beginning. He said that the pregnancy had been unexpected. His unborn child's mother expected him to divorce Connie, but maybe she wouldn't have anticipated Richard to kill her for money. Richard DeBate sought to cash in Connie DeBate's $475,000 life insurance policy 5 days after the shooting, but the insurance company declined his claim. He had ceased paying his insurance coverage 2 years before. Furthermore, he took $90,000 out of a Fidelity investment account that belonged to his wife in January 2016. Finally, Richard was guilty of murdering his wife for money and for his girlfriend. However, this was ultimately another example of domestic violence. Domestic violence killings continue to occur despite significant efforts to help victims and survivors and hold abusers accountable in recent years. We must continue to work together to stop domestic violence. Today, justice has triumphed, losing yet another mother of 2, all thanks to the Fitbit tracker. So, what do you guys think about the Fitbit case? Let us talk about it in the comments section below.